But I decided, I'm like, you know what, I got to take care of myself. And I made a physical. I remember specifically the appointment was for a Wednesday morning, because I remember the Sunday before that Wednesday, that Sunday evening, I was wrestling with my sons, because I'm a real cool, fun dad. So I'm wrestling with my sons, and my sons are 5 and 3. And I don't know if you've ever wrestled with a 5 and a 3-year-old, but you dominate, right? You kick ass. They're 75 pounds combined. They're so weak, right? And I'm just talking so much shit. I'm like, you can't see me, right? I'm doing like the Hulk Hogan, right? I'm like power bombing them. I was dominating. But during the midst of my domination, I think the little 3-year-old had enough. So he straight up gave me the old Shawn Michaels super kick. Remember the super kick? When he goes straight out like that? He went straight out with a high super kick. His little foot hit my right testicle directly. He got nothing but right ball. I saw a flash of white and then blacked out. It was insanely painful, and I'd been hit there before, so I know how painful it could be. But here's a little fun fact. For the people in the room who don't have testicles, here's a fun fact for you. I don't know the science behind it, but for whatever reason, getting hit in one nut hurts more than getting hit in both. I'll repeat, getting hit in one nut hurts more than both. I don't know why, but I have a theory. I think when you get hit in both nuts, the left and the right are like, we're in this together, I got you, come on. Fucking hold me, dude. We'll get through this. I love you. You're my boy. Right? There's like a tightness. They feel like there's togetherness. But when you get hit in one nut, in my case, the right one, I think the left one that day was just chilling me like, nice day out, nice day, nice day. Not too hot down here. That's good. It's good. It's a good day. It's a good day. So how you doing? What the fuck happened to you? He sees his boy went down, and testicles are nothing but empathetic. So he takes on the pain. He feels the pain too. He goes into shock from the pain, and then he gets it worse than the right one. So they're both in a lot of pain at that point. Nobody Google this. I don't know if any of this is correct, but that's my theory about why it hurts more to get hit in one nut than both. The problem with this joke is half the men are like, fuck it, stop talking about it. Oh, it hurts. And it hurt, it did. Because again, like I said before, I've been hitting the nuts before. You know what it's like. There's like a little bit of pain. Stomach hurts a little bit afterwards, but you know you'll be fine after an hour, right? This was not. I was going on day 3, and it was still a lot of pain, you know? And I'm like, well, thank God I got this doctor's appointment. So I'm like, well, I'll just have to add this to the list of things we got to do. Because it was a full physical. I was getting blood drawn, right? Everything was getting checked. There was new labs. I go in, and I find out that I had a female doctor for the first time in my life, which you guys heard the joke earlier. I'm an ally, clearly, so I'm down with that, right? And, all right. That was a Brooklyn response, by the way, okay? It was a little bit. You guys are great, but I felt like you're like, wait a minute. No, he's being silly. All right, we're on board. So I go in, and I tell my doctor what happened, and she's like, all right, well, I'll examine, and, you know, all this stuff. And before it came time for her to examine that area, I had a flashback to high school. And I remember how dumb we all were as high school boys. Because I remember one time hanging out, and my friends being like, dude, wouldn't it be awesome to have a hot female doctor checking out your balls? Wouldn't that be awesome? No, it's fucking not. It sucks. Yeah, it may be cool at 17, but at 37, it's terrible. Let me tell you why, because the doctor's office is like the least sexual place in the world. There's nothing sexual about it, right? You usually go down a long, shitty hallway where there's other doors, and you're like, what's happening in there? People dying in there? Yeah. You get to the doctor's office, it's always painted that same paint, right? It's like beige, tan, this like anti-boner paint, you know? All the posters on the wall are horrifying. They're all like, AIDS, you probably have it, right? All the posters. HPV, stop spreading it, you pervs, right? All the posters are. And I get very nervous and queasy in like medical situations. I just don't like the whole scenario. And so she did the whole, physical check and everything else. And then it came time to check that. And then she's like, well, if you just want to stand up. And because, I was laying down on the thing. I didn't know how she was going to approach it. But she was like, you could stand up and then lower your pants. And as I was lowering my pants, she was on a wheelie chair. And then she wheeled up to me. And it did make me kind of go, all right, hold on. Like, I've never had anyone wheel up to my balls before. The only time during the whole thing where I got, like, That might be kind of sexy to think about. I'll file that one away. But so I lowered my pants, and I'll be honest with you all. I was not at my best that day. I was not, and just like there's no cool way to come back from being called 100, there's no cool way to be like, this isn't the real me. This isn't the real me. I want to let you know that it's very cold in here. Also, do you see the wrinkle lines? That means it gets bigger. That's what that means. That means it expands. Did they teach you that in medical? Is there a chapter? Is there a chapter in one of your books that told you that if it's all wrinkled up like that, that means it gets long? You know. I just want to be clear about that. So I, of course, left the doctor's office that day in shame. I had a lot of shame. And I remember the next morning going on my chart, because, they drew my blood, so I had lab results to check. And I'm like, all right, cool, lab results are in. And I go on the good old my chart, and I'm scrolling down, reading all the lab results. And I'm like, ooh, cholesterol's good. Nice. Liver function, way better than I thought. Awesome, cool. I'm going through, liking what I'm seeing so far. Then as I get toward the bottom, I see the word testicles with a note. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be different, because I'm about to read someone's note about my balls, And it said testicles, one word note, and that one word was symmetrical. And I remember thinking to myself, that's pretty good, I'll take that. I like that. If I ever become single, that'll go on the old dating profile, It's like, you like symmetry, girl? I got symmetry, what's up? Then underneath that, it said penis with a note. Yeah. That's how I felt. And I'm like, fuck, what is this note gonna say? It said penis, normal. Fucking normal? Really? She might as well have written, has a nice personality. Like, fuck you, normal. I told my wife, I'm like, we're making a follow-up appointment, and I'm showing up to that with a rock-hard boner. That's what we're doing. I got a reputation to get back. And then my wife, who's a nurse, was like, hey, dumbass, they either write normal or abnormal. Those are the only two choices. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It would have been weird if she wrote surprisingly thick. It would have been accurate, but a strange note.